Okay, hope so the audio is clear now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, we can start now.
Hi, this is my project on City Cost AI Agent, an AI tool which will help you decide which city to live in.
Okay.
So, the cost of living data problem. This is the issue with people not knowing where to move. Whenever they research online based in the city, there's so much scattered information and it's very overwhelming because you need to analyze the rent, groceries, transportations, the salary you would get if you work there, et cetera, et cetera. And there's also missing context. You might not exactly find what you're looking for, but this AI tool will solve all of that. So it has a three-layer intelligence platform. The first is interactive analytics. An example of this is in the app, there's interactive graphs where you can see if you hover over the graph, how much exactly it'll cost or what exactly the population is or whatever details you're looking for. That way you can visually see it. Next is the ML cost inference. These are predictive models and they identify basically what is the most cost. So in some places the cost will be rent, in some places it'll be transportation. So this will help infer that. And the AI chat agent is a little chat tool. It's like your personal assistant. So whatever you like in your terms, see if you can't just search up in a website like what do you think is the best place for me to live in after you tell it like what exactly you're looking for. Like some people will be looking for cheap places, some people will be looking for less crowded places. So the AI chat agent will help you and it'll understand your language and reply to you. So an important thing about this app is it's built on modern technology. So it's Streamlit frontend has a rapid web interface development with Python native components, which means Python is incorporated into this app. The data processing is done by pandas and NumPy for efficient data. So this isn't just like some random data, it's actually accurate in the inferences as well. It includes visualization, as I mentioned, the graphs, the charts, and the maps are there. And this visit learn ML. This is a gradient boosting models for cost prediction, so it can predict the cost of where you want to live, not just the past. And based on that, it'll tell you like if you want to live here for the next 10 years, it'll tell you the cost. Grok LLM API, this is a high performance language model for intelligent response. So this is basically the main like brains behind the chatbot tool, which replies to you based on your language. And for secure deployment, the environment-based API key management for production readiness. So it's a production-ready architecture. So every component is selected for scalability, security, and maintainability. So there's an intelligent data pipeline. It first collects raw data, feature engineering, it generates targets, and then there's a model-ready output. So the pipeline, it transforms like raw costs into like an actual like actionable intelligence, which is basically what AI is. So any like raw cost or raw data that you put in there, it'll tell you based on that, like what you need. Like it'll create an analysis, like what you're looking for, and that's like the whole main feature of this app, which is what it'll help you with. Predictive intelligence engine. So there's multiple things that it can predict. It can predict cost deviation. So basically, if you want to compare like how much one city is to an average city or how cheaper one city is to another average city, this will help you like also compare what the costs between different cities are. And it can also predict like which category is the most expensive. As I mentioned earlier, like rent could be most expensive, transportation could be most expensive, so you can know what the highest costs are. And the feature influence, it extracts the top factors that drive predictions to power AI explanations. So for interactive visual intelligence, you can interact with the graphs. If you hover over it, it'll tell you like the housing affordability for rent, food expenses. That's what all the different graphs are. So you can visually see graphs, charts, maps. You can do anything you want. You can filter them, zoom them. You can even compare using a chatbot. This visual representation is really helpful in seeing which city is the best in different areas. Conversational city intelligence. So this AI assistant, it's not just like a generic chatbot. This is an LLM-powered agent, and it operates on your actual data set. So it references like actual cities, real numbers, and it explains the why behind the cost differences. That basically means like, why is it so expensive? Why is transportation more expensive? It knows a lot about like the context behind like why you're looking for the cheapest or more expensive city. So it knows what's going on. Who benefits from city cost AI? So for relocation planning, students and families who are like planning to move, they don't know where they're going for college yet, or they don't know where they want to like as a family, where they want to move next, what they want to see. They'll like using this city cost AI agent, they can decide where to move depending on what their plan is for now. If you're a student, you're probably not going to have much money with you, so you might want to move to a cheaper city. But if you're a family and you're just planning on relocating to like relax a little more or for tourist attractions or anything like that, this app can also tell you what's best for that. For career mobility, professionals, they evaluate job offers and by understanding true purchasing power differences between cities, and those include hidden costs. So if you really want to know like what is like let's say in like one city people like purchase more of one thing, and then the other city they purchase more of one thing, like why is that? So this is like another thing what I meant, the AI chatbot, it knows the context, so you can ask it why even and it'll tell you. And it'll benefit urban researchers because city planners and policy researchers, they analyze affordability. Like this is exactly what they analyze, and a tool like this will definitely make their job a bit easier. And for education and training, as I said, students in college or academic institutions, they demonstrate like real world applications of data science, machine learning, and AI agent architectures. So whatever pathway you're in, if you use city cost AI, it can help you. Building the future of urban economics. So data science, machine learning, and AI agents, they're the future of urban economics because data science is pipeline engineering and feature creation. You can create features and there's lots of data that are involved. And this app summarizes all of it. In machine learning, it's a predictive modeling with interpretability. In AI agents, their context-aware natural language and intelligence is really helpful in this situation because if you're looking through a website and visuals just don't cut it for you, or you don't know, you don't want to read that much, anything like that, the AI agent can help you. So this is the application, City Analytics and Agentic Inference Engine. So I can explain to you the graphs. As I mentioned in my presentation, this graph, if you look at number 6, the top 10 most expensive cities. So over here it says Houston, and then over here it says New York. If you look at the difference, on a scale of 0 to 2,000, what's the average cost of living? In Houston, the average cost of living is about $1,500, but in New York, it's about $2,000. And if you like hover over Houston, it'll say the city is Houston, and it'll say the average cost of living is exactly $1,328. So it'll also give you exact amounts, not just like an approximate or an estimate. And another graph I can explain to you is the rent comparison. So in some cities, rent is clearly more expensive. If you look at Austin, the rent is only about $1,500, and in some areas, the lowest is $995. So this is like the highest bound, this is the lowest bound. And it's like the city center versus the outskirts. Obviously, the outskirts are not going to be as expensive as the center of the city. So there's a key over here as well. And in San Francisco, it's way more expensive. The city center, like the highest bound it gets is $3,131. But then in the outskirts, it's not as much. It's only $2,500. So those are the graphs, which I said were the visual representation. And there's also an AI chatbot assistant. So you can ask it anything. Right now, for instance, I'll ask, what is the cheapest place to live what is the cheapest city to live in, and why is it so cheap? So it gave a really quick response. It says the cheapest city here, it compares the bottom 3 cheapest, which is Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Dallas. So Las Vegas seems to be having an average cost of living of $1,174, which is pretty cheap. And it also tells you why Las Vegas is the cheapest. So in my presentation, I also mentioned like this AI chatbot, it knows the context, it analyzes the data, and it knows what's going on. It can tell you the trends. Like over here, if you see the effect and cost on like even a tomato, buying a tomato, or going to fitness club, or the preschool, the private school, it knows everything what's going on in that area. Like this is what the lifestyle looks like, and it knows what's happening. So that's, it also gives you a quick takeaway over here. So it'll like summarize everything for you if you don't want to read that much. So that's my application demonstration.